So we just did a recap of Duke over Hofstra. And I noted at the top of that recap, you should watch it on the Sleepers Media channel, that game had my pick for being the game that was the most misleading score of the season, in a way of like, this game was a lot closer than it looks at the end. This Tennessee Georgia Southern game was a lot less close than it looks in the end. They ended up winning 74-56. They got outscored in the second half, which was crazy. Georgia Southern beat them 35-25 in the second half. Tennessee stomped them in the first half. That was 49-21 at halftime. I had said I expected that Tennessee's defense makes a statement, has a little bit of an elite return that they haven't shown in the last 3 games coming to this one. I think they did that in the first half against a Georgia Southern team that just isn't very good. But then they really kind of stopped caring. And I think you kind of saw the two sides of the Tennessee defense that is both tantalizingly exciting and promising, and also like, maybe this team's not national title good. What did you see from Tennessee tonight?
I just think that it's hard not to take your foot off the gas when you're up 30 at half against Georgia Southern. I think it's very, very hard. I think even the best teams in the country would do that somewhat, to be honest with you. The best, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put that above any other college team, to be honest with you.
You've been in this spot, I assume, before. I don't mean to like have you been up 30 in your college teams at half, and
Yeah,
like, do you
yeah.
take your
It's
foot
it's
off the gas?
it's definitely hard. I mean, granted, this is D3 basketball, so smaller campus, smaller school. If we were up 30 at half, there was conversations in the locker room about like what's the move after the game.
What about on the flip side, when you're Georgia Southern and you're down 30 at half, what do you do?
I'm coming out at half. Like, damn, we just gotta get ours. Like this is it, fellas. Like everyone just go out, let's start gunning, let's start trying to get ours and someone have a good game.
Georgia Southern definitely did that in the second half. I mean,
Yeah.
35 points on the Tennessee defense is somewhat impressive. Georgia Southern falls to 0-10 in this game. I think that's the last element that I want to mention about Georgia Southern, but maybe the last time we'll hear from them this year. They played James Madison a couple times. They got Michigan State and Tennessee done. Those were the only 2 big games on their schedule, but that's a bad basketball team. Tennessee, to me, tonight offensively was weird, to say
Yeah.
the least. Jonas Aidoo with 29 points, nobody else in double figures. I think the team total for Tennessee coming into this game was like 89 points. They end up only scoring 74. I'm kicking myself for taking the team total Georgia Southern under instead of the game under. What was like, how concerning is it that it was just Aidoo that popped off here?
I'm not really concerned at all. This is such a hard game to play when the other team is so bad. It is. Like the other team is so bad and you're up 30 points like in the first half. It's just really hard. It is. Like you go to halftime and you realize like, damn, we're good. Like Jonas Aidoo's got 30. We'll be fine. It's okay. Like they had a 0 for 4 from Vescovi, 3 for 7 from Ziegler, 2 for 7 from Connect, 1 for 5 for Josiah Jordan James. Like they just didn't get anything from all these guys, and they were up 30. Like I don't know. I'm not putting too much into it. I don't think there's any concerns moving forward about this team, offensively or defensively, to be honest with you. Of course, like the fouling and things like that against other teams, but yeah, this is a game that I don't think can move me one way or the other because the other team is so bad. And I know it's a cop out, but like Georgia Southern is that bad.
Okay, so there's nothing we can take from this.
I think individual performance wise, no.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 5 for 20 from 3 wasn't great. Like, I guess I would just summarize, like, I don't think this was close to Tennessee's A game, especially in the second half. Like, Rick Barnes had to take a timeout at a certain point because Georgia Southern had like a 10-0 run, I believe, at one point. They did score like 8 points in a minute. I thought the defensive effort definitely died down. Then Tennessee came back out and like held them scoreless for like 6 minutes. So I think you're right. I think it was really just a like, hey, we're unfocused right now. But offensively, that confused me because I didn't think it was possible for Dalton Connect to only score 7 points in 28 minutes.
I didn't think it was also possible for him to only take 7 shots.
Yeah. Are we worried about Dalton? Because like, That's not robot, Daltbot, whatever it was.
Connect 3PO.
Yeah, he's supposed to be wired to just take shots.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. But when you have a guy in Jonas Aidoo who's not missing and has no resistance anywhere around the basket, maybe just saying it's his day. He's the one cooking.
You're not coming in like if you're Dalton Connect.
If I'm Dalton Connect,
yeah, aren't you coming in for 50 in this game?
yeah. Yeah, you got to keep the average up. You're hurting the average right now.
Yeah. All I would say is I hope everything's all right, Dalt. That didn't seem like you. You don't seem like yourself tonight, okay?
When junior year Carter played Eastern Michigan, went to D3 school, like I said, there's a player on Eastern that said to me as he was going to the halftime whistle after we talked a little bit of ish as the game was a little bit closer than he thought. He said, I'm getting my average in the first 5 minutes and then I'm out. Hit a 3 in the first half and checked out of the game when he had his average, and then they went on to win by about 25 points.
I mean, he delivered. That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, he said he was going to do it.
That's really impressive. You ever use that exact quote as shit talk to any of your opponents? I'm gonna get my average and leave.
No, that's not my game.
What was your career average?
Like 6.
Okay, you could have hit like I'm gonna get my average in the first half, and then I'll be out. I'm at the bar,
right. And then once I got hit with your average is 6, then I got to fight because just like 1v1 comment, he won.
Did Albion have a bar?
Like a bar in town? Like one? Yeah, one.
There was a like college bar.
There was one singular bar. Yes.
Okay. I assume that was a frequented establishment for you.
Not really, to be honest. I was more of a frat guy.
Okay. Interesting. You learn something new about you every day.
What do you think Dalton Connect's go-to drink is?
Moscow Mule.
I was gonna say just gasoline for his robot, so like diesel.
It could definitely be that. Looking ahead for Tennessee, I'm trying to make something interesting out of this. They got NC State next. Do we care about that game?
I think NC State's like a sneaky fun team, but not good. They got a real like lull in the schedule. I mean, the one that I'm circling right now, just peeping it over, is at home against Ole Miss on the 1st of January. That's probably the next one.
Yeah, and then Mississippi State on the road right after that. But they avoid some of the big boys in the SEC for the first month or so. Tennessee deserves a lull. I'm happy they have a lull.
Yeah, they went to Maui. They put the Layos on.
The Lays?
What is it? The Lays? Is that what it is?
A lay?
Is that what it is? The little flower thing?
What do you think it is?
A layout?
A lay? Oh, are you confusing luau and lay?
Yeah, I am. Okay, yeah. They put the lays on. They did the little thing on the beach, had a tough outing. Now I think they need a little boom, little relaxation.
Got it. All right. They laid down at the luau.
Yeah. You're not getting this type of coverage anywhere else on a Tennessee Georgia Southern game, folks. I mean, if this doesn't make you want to tune in the recaps, I truly don't know what will. You're not getting this anywhere.
Nobody else on the Tennessee beat is covering it like this. And now, be honest with me to end this, Cart. Did you watch 1 second of this game?
Of the Tennessee game?
Yeah.
No.
There's your recap, folks. We'll be on the Sleepers Media YouTube channel with previews and recaps for every single big game.
Did you?
I actually did watch the entire game, yeah.
All right. Okay, we're 1 for 2. That's 50%.
It's better than you're going to get anywhere else. We'll be back next time. Have a good week, everybody.